Hayden Hewitt for PlayMusic magazine, and we're going to be looking at the Wampler Pinnacle Overdrive. This is the latest version of the Pinnacle from Wampler. It's now in a smaller enclosure and with a nice, simple and clean layout. On the front, as you can see, we have 4 knobs. We have volume, tone, contour and gain. Of particular note is that contour can either cut or boost your mids however you desire, and also affects the bottom end and top end of the overall tone. The gain works much like a real amplifier, in as much as when the gain's turned off, you have no volume. We have 2 toggle switches on the front here. We have a vintage and modern switch and a gain boost. The Pinnacle is also true bypass and has a high output LED, so you'll be under no illusions as to whether this thing's on or off. Before we listen to the tones from the Pinnacle, here's our clean sound. We're using a PV Wolfgang straight into a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. The Pinnacle is actually hailed by many as the closest you can get to a Brown sound in a pedal. Now, I'm not going to say this is going to make you sound like Eddie Van Halen himself, but it certainly does capture that whole feeling of those late 70s British amplifiers in a full roaring stack, although obviously with a little more grunt to cater to modern tastes. Before we start trying to get to that, let's listen to some of the basic functions of the pedal. Here we'll set pretty much everything at noon, apart from the volume, which is now set at unity. This is with the vintage mode engaged and the gain boost off. Now let's engage the gain boost. Let's just take the gain boost back off and then put the pedal into modern mode. And then modern mode with the gain boost. Now let's take a listen to what the contour pot will do. Moving clockwise, it gradually scoops the mids out until at the extremes you pretty much have no mids and it's all bass and treble. So we'll back off a bit. Let's raise the gain and see what sort of modern scoop sounds we can get. We'll leave the tone just shy of 12 o'clock. If we just play a note and then sweep the contour around, you can hear the dramatic effect it does have on the mids and your overall tone. One great feature about the Pinnacle is it's very easy to tailor the tone to your actual guitar. There is a huge amount of variety in the tone response on tap, so if you have a darker guitar you will have no problem dialing in some top end. Now, we did mention the Brown sound, or approximations of the Brown sound. Let's see if we can't dial one in. Take the contour down a touch, bring the gain down. We'll leave it in vintage mode, but I will leave the gain boost on. And I'm really not Eddie Van Halen, but let's have a stab all the same. Doubtless with some extra tweaking and the addition of a nice phaser or flanger and some delay, you really can get kind of close. But more importantly, at the heart there, the Pinnacle does have that kind of roaring vintage stack appeal to it, and it's a lot of fun to use. Is it a brown sound in a box? Well, that would really be up to you, the gear that you use and the hours you put in to get it. On the whole, the Wampler is a fairly versatile overdrive. It has a lot of usable tones and sounds good through a variety of amplifiers. Okay, that's the end of the Wampler review here on PlayMusic video channel. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you.